I want to write. I want to write about the stars and the moons and how its magnetic waves create typhoons. So powerful to make you wonder about the creation of heavenly thunder. See, I want my flows to be so tight, it'll make straight women turn into dykes. I want my flows full of insight, make darkness into light. Yeah, that sounds about right. See, I want to make dead men come to life. I want to write about battered wives. I want my words to get you mentally high. I want to write about the clouds and the sky. I want to be like Keith and make you sweat. I want to make gamblers win bets. I want my words to promote diversity and kill racism in society. See, I want to make your mind hurt. Make old men and young women flirt. I want to write about the purest drop of water in the now. I want to be like Janet and say, let's just wait a while. I want to write about the thugs, about the hustle, the game, the money, the drugs. I want to write to the government and ask where my taxes were spent. I want to write about the rich and the famous. I want to write about the poor and hopeless. I want to even write a Broadway show and title it The Play About Bitches and Hoes. I want to write about love between friends, about pastors who sin. I want to write about Osama bin Laden and ask America why they just finally found him. I want to write about the Alpha. I want to live to see the Omega. I want to write about little mixed children. I want to write so that you, and you will just listen. Yeah. I want to be like the dopest. Definitely, all overqualified wants to be is like a poet.
How y'all doing, North Carolina? And yes, they do have mics up in the motherfucking front. And I'm gonna use the motherfucking mic. But that was the intro. So you know. My name is T Ovaqualified. I've been doing this thing for about 12 years. I like to get comfortable in this motherfucker if y'all don't mind. So I'm about to rep this motherfucker like I ain't repped it no more. And y'all better respect spoken word when I come on this stage. Respect spoken word. I don't give a fuck what you think I am, or what you see when you see up here. You gotta respect spoken word. So I'm gonna do a couple pieces for y'all tonight. I got cotton mouth like a motherfucker, so that's why I keep my water up here. And I'm gonna have my good friend Nick Anderson come up here because I'm kind of hoarse. You said what now? Oh yeah, I'll be smoking that shit, hell yeah. I smoke some shit. I'm gonna have my guy Nick Anderson come up here. He's gonna do the intro for this piece, and then I'm gonna get into this piece. How many of y'all ever felt like y'all didn't belong where y'all was at in life? Many a times, right? Well, this piece I wrote back in 2006 when I was living in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was feeling like I didn't belong where I was at. Because I saw a lot of African American men and they looked at me as if I was not like them, and I felt like, well shit, I'm just like you. I may come in a different shape, a different face, but I'm just like you, my brother, so you gotta respect who I am. And so that's where this piece stems from, and I'm gonna have my brother start off by singing a little something for me.
Take me as I am, or have nothing at all. Take me as I am, or have nothing at all. Take me as I am, or have nothing at all. Take me
See, I do not pretend to be something I am not. I am black, and no, I haven't forgot. I just didn't know there was a way to act, a way to talk, a way to be, a way to walk. See, excuse my ignorance, I've only read the Bible's table of contents, but I assure you, he didn't make up any rules to being black. I am this race, as a matter of fact. I do not represent the mound, 2 fingers round, 3 fingers down. I do not sag to the flow, drop it low to the ground. Never lived in public housing, no integration, no busing. Never owned a Cadillac, no diamonds in the back. See, I pay my taxes on time. Speak standard English like, hello, thank you, and goodbye. I do not diss my black brother, criticize and call him the other. I am the white man's best friend, the black man's worst threat. And yet, I relate to him most. Our ancestors came from Africa on boats, chains on our throats, struggle for the same equal vote. I have his best interest in mind, willing to go to battle for him at the drop of a dime. Got pride for his strides. See, I'm the one who see the hurt in between his eyes. I feel his pain. Our battle's the exact same. We act like we are nothing to each other in passing, do not even acknowledge one another. I cry when you weep. I remember your dreams after God put you to sleep. I continue the legacy. I endure the tragedy. Why do we have to define black and white? I am what you are, embrace the North Star. See, Harriet ran to the mark, yet we still stand at the start. Let's finish this race, black brother, face to face. And yes, I am black. And yes, I do belong right here in this place.
Take me as I am, or have nothing at all. Take me as I am, or have nothing at all.
Did y'all enjoy that piece? I'm telling you, I'm winded like a motherfucker. But I'm gonna still do my thing. Again, I want to thank my girl, Carmen, son, Baggett, for asking me, Tina ATL, Indigo, Nick Anderson, Ice's son, Kate Poetic, Messiah, even though you ain't got on the mic yet, but you the guy, you know what I'm saying? Messiah, everybody that has came out and supported the National Poetry Award Lyrical Prodigy Tour. I want to thank you guys for embracing us and letting us come here to Wilmington, North Carolina and do our thing. I am going to do one more piece for y'all and get out of y'all way this evening. This piece I wrote back in about 2006 as well. And I wrote it when I was going through a period of transition. I had moved from Memphis, Tennessee, where I went to school at. I moved from Memphis, Tennessee, and I went back home to Omaha, Nebraska. And yes, black people in Omaha, Nebraska, absolutely, plenty of us. And I went back home to Omaha, Nebraska, and I was going through a period of transition where I had lost my job, I had lost my car, dropped out of school, obviously. I went to go stay with my mother, and my mother was living in a one-bedroom apartment. And at this time, my sister, she had lost about, let's say about 100 pounds. She was about 250. And she went down to about $150. You know, she lost it, you know, the healthy way. But she had 3 children. And so because she wanted to be fast and do what the fuck she wanted to do, she decided to drop them kids off at my mama's house. So now it's me, my mama, them 3 kids in a one-bedroom apartment. on one income. And at this time, my mother, she got very ill, so she couldn't work anymore. So nobody was working. We had checks coming in left and right. We didn't know how we was gonna pay the motherfucking bills. And January 15th of 2006, I tried to commit suicide. And I was in the hospital from the 15th to the 22nd. And in 2006 as well, one of my best friends, my grandmother, she passed away. So it was just a crazy year, and I was laying on my mother's couch, and I can recall my mother coming up to me, and she told me, she said, "Son, when are you going to grow the fuck up?" Now, if you know my mother, you probably would be like, now why in the fuck would your mom say that? My mother is the district missionary for the Church of God in Christ. So for my mother to ever even utter a cuss word, it was like astonishing to me. But that's when I realized in that moment that it was time for me to grow the fuck up. So I went back to school in the fall of 2006, and then a year and a half later I completed my degree, and so on and so forth. So, you know, God has been blessing me even through my trials and my tribulation. You know, like Romans 5 say, trials, it says tribulation worketh patience, patience experience hope, and hope is not ashamed. If you don't know your Bible, please pick it up every once in a while. Get to know Jesus, because he's a wonderful man, and I love him. And I don't know about nobody else in this motherfucker, but I love me some Jesus, and he know my dirty ass mouth, so I love me some Jesus. And so I'm gonna do this piece for y'all, and it's entitled Grown Boy.
Grown boy, you are strong, yet so weak at heart. You've come a long way from diapers to drawers, from bottles to straws, from parental rules to penal laws. It's time you learn to accept your faults, grown boy. You lay with her for a while, no denial. Realize your youth was gone the minute you decided you wanted to bone and moan and groan your whispers of sexual bliss, initiated by your soft words and even softer kiss. Grown boy, just accept this crime. Just accept your wrongdoing. Just accept this time. You've created this path for your life. You've married ignorance. Now claim her as your wife. Grown boy, listen to the ghetto drums of the drug-filled streets. Learn from its pattern. Create your own beat. Don't let the streets underestimate your strength. Don't let the streets be the cause of your sin. Grown boy, look within. See, daddy couldn't be a father, so please don't look up to him. It was the gun to the head that led to the death of a black man. And it was the same heat in the street that led to the increase of the white man. You let him take your swine. Don't let him take your mind. You let him steal your queens. Don't let him kill your kings. You let him change your thoughts. Don't forget about the reasons why you fought. You let him take away your African kingdom. Don't let him take away your American freedom. Grown boy, it's time you take a stance. Grown boy, it's time you become a grown ass man. Peace on that, y'all.